Good Friday evening to you all. I am meteorologist Jacob Matthews, and if you're joining me right now, we are actually experiencing a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Crawford County as well as just a slither of Ashtabula County. But it's mainly focused in southwestern Crawford County, where Conneaut Lake and Linesville is located. Basically, the whole Pymatuning Reservoir is within this warning as well. So we're tracking this one thunderstorm that has been spotted near Kinsman and just south of Jamestown. Seems to be moving towards the northeast at this moment. If we take a look at that skits, we can get a little bit of details here. We'll eventually reach Jamestown by 6:24, or at least this part of the system will. Seems like the heavier rain is already entering Jamestown. Let me just do a little bit of a custom skit here. All right, so this part of the system, so the front end of the system where the first drops of heavy rain could happen, may reach Conneaut Lake by 6:38 p.m. And that's currently 27 minutes away. Hartstown, maybe the next 15 minutes. So yeah, main threats for this severe thunderstorm warning include high wind gusts as well as quarter-sized hail. At this moment, it seems like it's just to the southwest of Jamestown. We pull up the Barron button, which shows us the possibility of hail. We can see that there's a chance of maybe 1-inch hail that could fall just near Jamestown right now, or maybe even half-inch hail. So half-inch to 1-inch diameter of hail. Tune into Jet 24 Action News at 6 p.m. Tom Atkins will be giving the full forecast. I feel like he is giving the full forecast right now. So if you tune into Jet 24 Action News at 6, you can watch him presenting the full forecast. In the meantime, I'll just be telling you about the severe thunderstorm warning that's now in effect for mainly southwestern Crawford County. All of the Pymatuning Reservoir is located in this warning, as well as Conneaut Lake and Linesville. So far, the storm seems to be reaching Jamestown. It hasn't reached Conneaut Lake just yet, but given the general direction of the system, it seems to be moving towards Conneaut Lake. And the first drops of heavier rain would happen in Conneaut Lake. Maybe 6:39 p.m., like closer to 6:40 p.m. Maybe anywhere in between 6:35 and 6:40. That's when we start to see some heavier rain happening in Conneaut Lake. Now, this warning is in effect until 6:45 p.m. Now, given the skit that is seen right here, this arrow that's stretching towards the northeast, it's in a redder shade, so the system could still be severe by the time it's out of Conneaut Lake, and by the time it maybe reaches Meadville. If that's the case, well, heavy rain could fall in Meadville starting at maybe 6:41 p.m. So by about 6:40 p.m., if you're near Meadville, that's when you want to look out for any heavy rain. Let's stretch this out even further. Huber Springs, maybe 6:38 p.m. Oh, wait. Okay, maybe 6:27 p.m. for 6:38 for Huber Springs, 6:35 for Venango. Edinboro could get its share of heavier rain at 6:40, depending on how the system behaves. Although the system is moving in a direction that could possibly the system miss Edinboro. Let's hope that's the case. Hopefully Edinboro might get something like this. But Meadville seems to be within that direction. Same with Sacretown. Sacretown could get hit at about 6:30 p.m. Meadville. So yeah, this is the one system that we're focusing on right now. It's generally moving to the northeast. Seems to be 26 miles per hour right now, so it's not a very fast moving system. Looking at the time lapse, you can kind of tell this is just a 1 hour time lapse. It only went from Austintown to just southwestern Crawford County in just a minute. So yeah, not a very fast moving system. In that case, maybe within the next hour, could eventually reach Cambridge Springs, maybe skim through Edinburgh, skim past Edinburgh. And if I zoom out the map so far, it seems like this is the only cell of possible severe weather that's happening. Not really seeing any other cells that are severe surrounding that one cell. So hopefully this is the only cell that gives us severe weather. And hopefully it ends sooner rather than later. All right. All right, let me just stop the time lapse. So it seems like it's now has now entered southern Crawford County. That's exactly under Conneaut Lake right now. If we take a look at a weather camera of Conneaut Lake, I'll just pull that up real quickly. You can tell from this weather camera that not a whole lot's happening right now. Though if I turn the camera facing south, we might be able to see that approaching storm system. All right, this will be just a moment or two. Okay, you can see the darker clouds. Yeah, this is to the southwest. You can see the darker clouds to the southwest of Conneaut Lake and to the south as well. That's the same system that I've been talking about. The same system that is now is far southwestern Crawford County, mainly over Jamestown. That system is eventually going to reach Conneaut Lake, given the direction that it's moving. It's moving northeast. Of course, from Jamestown to Conneaut Lake, you got to travel northeast. With that, seems like the bulk of the system could reach Conneaut Lake maybe by 6:40. So I guess anytime between 6:30 and 6:40, that's when the first raindrops could fall in Conneaut Lake. As for heavy rain, maybe a little later than that, maybe a few minutes after the first few light drops. All right, that's for Conneaut Lake. If we stretch this out a little farther, it seems like in the direction that this system is moving, this part could hit Meadville first. So if we were to stretch this out, that part could reach Meadville in about 20 minutes or so. It is a pretty slow moving system, so explains why it might take 20 minutes for that system to finally reach Meadville. As for Conneaut Lake, the first few raindrops could also happen in maybe just less than 20 minutes. That's odd. It's really giving me different times here. Yeah, I'd say within the next 10 to 20 minutes, if you're near Conneaut Lake, expect some rain showers. All right, anyone joining us? Yes, Tom is in tonight. Are we getting this rain tonight? That depends on where you are, Leah. Just let me know where your location is. As of now, it seems like it's approaching Conneaut Lake, and the first drops can happen in the next 10 to 20 minutes. Heavy rain, maybe a little later within that time frame. Seems to be in the direction of Conneautville. Conneautville could get some heavy rainfall by like 6:42 p.m. Cambridge Springs could mainly get them light rain, given the direction this system is moving. The light rain will eventually reach Cambridge Springs by 6:46 p.m. That's like about the next 25 minutes. As for Albion, it's a possibility. Let's see. Albion could get some rain also in the next 25 minutes. So yeah, the next 25 minutes, Albion could get maybe a little bit of rain, if not rain. If this system were to reach Girard, then Girard won't get much rain until Until like 6:45 to 6:50 p.m. So maybe the next 25 to 30 minutes. That's when Gerard will probably get some light rain or some heavy rain. The Sagertown area. Um, let's see, Sagertown. Whoops. Sagertown could probably get its first drops in, I'd say, 20 to 25 minutes. So it's saying 6:44 p.m. for Sagertown. For Edinburgh, if the system were to travel northeast, Edinburgh could get a good hit of rain. Let's see. Edinburgh's not on here. Maybe anytime after 6:45 p.m. Edinburgh could probably get a good hit of rain. So in other words, 25 to 30 minutes. So yeah, Sagertown area, maybe the next 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. Yeah. In general, this system is moving to the northeast. Main threats so far seem to be high winds, high wind gusts, and maybe some hail as well. National Weather Service was saying quarter-size hail. If you have any pictures of hail from this system, be sure to send them to us. Seems like there was hail that was happening just south of Jamestown, and that was near 1 inch. As of now, it seems like only a half inch hail is possible for whatever's falling north of Jamestown. Yeah, seems like it'll be a mix of a half-inch hail and some heavy rain. We loop this. We can see that there's still a bit of purple indicated by the reflectivity. So heavy rain is very likely just south of Conneaut Lake, as well as half-inch hail. The system is moving northeast. It seems to be getting closer to Conneaut Lake. Maybe 20 minutes or less, Conneaut Lake will start to get some rainfall. It'll start off light, then it'll eventually get heavy as the core of the system moves over Conneaut Lake. But now it seems like the core is, it's going to eventually reach Conneaut Lake first. Meadville could probably get mostly light rain, given that the light rain is just south of this system. Or, sorry, just south of Meadville. The light rain could be happening in just a little bit, maybe 10 to 20 minutes. I want to say this is the 6:40, the 6:50 is like up to 6:50. That's when the rain will fall in Meadville. It could be a lot earlier than that. Yeah, this seems more reasonable. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes over in Meadville. In the next 10 to 15 minutes, Meadville will probably get some light rain. Do you think it will hit Wesleyville? So from the direction of the system, it seems to be moving northeast. So let's see. What tool can I use? Yeah, well, let me use that tool. So this might be the general area of this system. Let me stretch it out a little. So this might be the general area of the system, given that it's moving in the northeast direction. Seems like it's a lot of information. So if you don't see your city on here, that's basically the reason why there are a lot. This is covering a lot of cities, a lot of small towns. Linesville, maybe in the next couple minutes. In that case, Conneaut Lake could be hit in the next couple minutes too. Westford, if it were to hit Westford, also in the next couple minutes. Let's see, Conneautville, maybe the next few minutes. Refill doesn't seem to be on here, but I'd say like the next 5 minutes or so could see some light rainfall there. Okay, so this is a better indicator of rainfall and when it might fall. So Refill, maybe the next 5 minutes. Sacred Town, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes. Cambridge Springs, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Edinburgh could begin some rain 20 minutes from now. Same case for Albion. Waterford, maybe 25 minutes. Wattsburg, I'd say like within the next half hour. Erie, if the system were to reach Erie, maybe a half an hour to 40 minutes. Yeah. So in general, this is moving in the northeast. So next few minutes for, let's see, next few minutes for any small town or city that is within this red circle. Yeah, any city that is circled, any town that's circled, might get rain in the next few minutes, regardless of intensity. Maybe it'll be light rain, it'll be heavy rain. Either way, it'll happen in what's circled in red in the next 10 minutes. Oops. I didn't have to do that. Let me get that back. Yeah, and maybe the next 5 to 10 minutes for what's circled here, including Sacred Town, probably. Yeah, 5 to 10 minutes for Cambridge Springs, Woodcock. All right, let's take a look at what this system is, how this system looks like right now. As of now, it seems like it's mainly heavy rain. There could be some hail associated with this as well. Half-inch hail falling. Oh, looks like the system is up. The radar is updated. Now there's probably a chance of maybe 1-inch hail near the Pinatubo Reservoir. So yeah, there's a case of 1-inch hail or maybe heavy rain now making its way into Conneaut Lake. To go back to the weather camera for Conneaut Lake, so far no rain is falling near the lake at this moment, but it is approaching Conneaut Lake as we speak, and is moving at northeast at about 26 miles per hour, northeast, I should say. As for winds, well, if we were to pull up some wind speeds, it doesn't seem like the winds are really that severe. They would have to reach up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts to be considered severe. But I'm only getting 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts at max. So it seems like the main threat could just be some hail falling with this system. Union City could actually reach Union City. Well, given the direction that this system is moving, which is mainly northeast, it doesn't seem like Union City will probably get a whole lot of heavy rain. Could get some light rain. I'd say 30 to 40 minutes from now. If this system were to sustain itself by the time it reaches Union City, it will probably get light rain in the next half hour to 40 minutes. All right, this is round 1. Dew points are iffy for severe weather north of I-90. And thanks for mentioning that. I might as well pull up the dew points now that you mentioned that. Let's see. Find that. Yeah, Iris dew points. So the dew points, big difference in the dew points when you consider Erie County. It seems like it's going from low 40s to low 50s. Now, if you go down to Crawford County, we're stretching from 50 to 60 or low 60s now. A higher dew point indicates that there's more moisture in the air. With that, the moisture can help sustain the system, help give more instability. And the more instability there is, the more likely the system will sustain itself, not really weaken by the time once it's like moving through Crawford County. So we're looking at dew points in the 50s to 60s. So that's good enough for this system to sustain itself through at least most of Crawford County. But then it will enter Erie County, where the dew points are generally in the 40s. So it's entering drier air. Once it reaches Erie County, it'll enter drier air. So there is a chance it could diminish or at least weaken by the time it reaches Erie County. So fingers crossed that will happen. It seems like the severe thunderstorm warning is mainly for southwestern Crawford County anyway. I don't really expect warnings to really be issued for Erie County, given that the dew points are pretty low. That's just my guess. There is a chance maybe there could be another warning for Crawford County, maybe northern Crawford County, given that the dew points are still in the 50s to near 60. So there's still enough moisture to help the system maintain itself through Crawford County. So there's a chance that there could be a warning issued maybe over Town as well as Cambridge Springs, maybe within the next 10 to 20 minutes. All right. But I don't really expect warnings to really happen in Erie County, again, given that the dew points seem pretty low. Again, the dew points are mainly in the 40s for Erie County, except over in Union City and Corey, where we're sitting at 50. So not a whole lot of moisture, mainly some dry air. Once that system gets to that dry air, I don't really expect it to really stay as strong as it is now. It could weaken if it reaches that area. As of now, it seems like a good deal of rain is entering Conneaut Lake. Yes, we can see the rain is now falling near Conneaut Lake. If I pan that camera over towards the actual lake. Just a sec. You can really tell a big difference in the sky here. Yeah, we're going from storm clouds to blue sky, maybe just a few puffy stratocumulus clouds, but not seeing any storms on the northern end of Conneaut Lake. But the rain is falling on the southern end of Conneaut Lake, as you can tell on the weather camera. So yeah, the system is moving from south to north. That's and with that, Conneaut Lake. Well, it won't just be Conneaut Lake that could be getting rain. Meadville could also be next in line. Let's see. Let's see.
Right, check the Conneaut Lake camera.
Oh,
It's coming right in there.
yeah, I was just showing them Conneaut Lake camera. Yeah, there's the Conneaut Lake camera again, really coming down. Oh. Wow. Okay, Tom told me to swing it back to the south, which is probably a good idea to give you an idea of how much the sky really changes once the camera turns. We'll go from blue sky with a few stratocumulus clouds to more of a cumulonimbus or maybe a nimbostratus look. You can see how much darker the clouds are in this view. Now, if we just lower the camera a bit towards the ground, you can see the rain's really falling and the sky's really darkening as we point the camera to the south. So reflectivity, the radar is showing us some heavy rain, but also seems like there's a chance of hail too. All right, now it looks like the radar is updated. So if there was any hail to fall down near Conneaut Lake, it would probably just be half an inch of hail in diameter. Let's see. One of the skits disappeared, so it's so we won't really be able to get an idea of what direction this system is moving. But it seems like it's generally moving towards the northeast. I mean, if we do a time lapse, you can see, yeah, it's generally moving northeast. So it's passing through Conneaut Lake. The warning is in effect until 6:45 p.m. Oh, That's weird. Oh, that's because I forgot to turn off the time lapse. So the warning is in effect until 6:45 p.m. So we got another 10 minutes. The system continues to move north-northeast. Seems to be moving into Meadville now. Let's see. Could impact Meadville in the next minute or so. Oh, that's strange. Why is Meadville say 6:50? That doesn't seem right. Although it seems reasonable to guess that maybe in the next 10 minutes, Edinburgh might get some rain if this system were still to move north-northeast. Yeah. So right now it seems to be falling over Conneaut Lake mostly. So anywhere near Conneaut Lake, you're going to get some heavy rain. Meadville seems to be getting some light rain right now. We'll get heavy rain. Well, there's a chance the heavy rain could just move past Meadville, given that it's north-northeast. So Meadville could probably just be getting some light rain, at least for the most part. Let's take a look at the weather camera for Meadville, see how much rain is falling over there. Not a whole lot right now. Yeah, not a whole lot of rain. There might be some light rain or maybe a drizzle. Not really being picked up well on the camera right now. Let's pan the camera a little more south. You can see the clouds getting darker. So yeah, the system is generally coming from that direction. You see the storm clouds over there. Not really seeing a whole lot of lightning on these weather cameras, but that could likely happen.
Is that a special weather station they just said?
Starting to drip a few fat drops on east side of Meadville. Okay, yeah, you can definitely tell on the weather camera that the rain is picking up now as the system's getting even closer. It seems like the dark clouds will be directly over Meadville in just a little bit. Tammy said she just heard thunder. All right, just heard thunder, but I don't really see any lightning right now. But there is lightning happening, as you can see on our lightning counter. We got a total of 85 strikes within this cell of thunderstorms. 5 positive strikes, so 5 lightning strikes have hit the ground so far. There is a special weather statement that has just been issued for Crawford County as well as Erie County. That's in effect until 7:15 p.m. This indicates that the system will move through this area, and any towns within this area could be impacted by non-severe weather. So it will probably be light rain transitioning to slightly heavier rain, but we're not expecting anything severe. So no wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, and maybe not really a chance of hail either. Just maybe a chance of downpours as well as a few rumbles of thunder, and that'll be through 7:15 p.m. So through the next 35 minutes. Seems like Edinburgh, Cambridge Springs, Venango, Waterford, they're all within this area. So within the next 35 minutes, expect some heavy downpours as well as a chance of a few rumbles of thunder. Sagertown could be one of the first towns, so maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Cambridge Springs, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Edinburgh, 20 minutes from now. Waterford, maybe the next half hour. All within that special weather statement. Waterford get it, yeah, like within the next half hour, I'd say. Maybe a half an hour from now, Waterford could probably get some light rain. Edinburgh, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. You'll get some.
Let me just join you for a second, Jay.
Okay.
Just got a report from us. Stay right there. Storm tracker Steve Marshall. He is in Harmonsburg, which is right in the middle of the cell. You see how that just weakened, folks, and a lot of purple dumped out of it. He is right here in this general area. He says there's hardly any lightning. There's a lot of heavy rain. there's no wind, there's no hail. So it's a garden variety downpour, gully washer, thunderstorm.
And given that it's moving northeast into the special weather statement, which is not a severe weather statement, there's a good shot that maybe it's really just going to be gully washers within that area. So hopefully the system is just diminishing as it's moving through that area. And it makes sense given that it's moving from dew points in the 60s to the 50s and down to the 40s.
Yeah, all good points from Jacob. And the comforting thing here is for those of you guys that are down there is that, see, this is the severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, that expires in a few minutes. What they've continued in this kind of tan shaded area, that's a special weather statement. And that is a grade below severe. In other words, it doesn't look like they're going to continue the warning. Still is a strong thunderstorm, but as their storm tracker, Steve Marshall, just relayed to us, bunch of rain, not much lightning, no hail, no wind. So if we run a quick lapse on here, we'll just kind of back it out. We'll put the lightning counter on here, and you can see what it is, and you'll see it jump up to like 172. All right, watch that right there, and then now it's down to 59. So the good news here is this storm at this moment is weakening. We'll watch for further development to the south, but the fact that they have a special weather statement, not a severe thunderstorm warning for the continuation of it, is very good news. I'll stop it once more, and then Jake will take it back. We'll look to see. You did a storm track on this, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe just check the Meadville camera. But that's good news for now. We'll stay with you a little bit while longer just to make sure this thing behaves. But that is some good news. So go ahead, Jake.
Okay, thanks, Tom. All right, we can go back to the Meadville camera, see how things are shaping up over there. Seems like the rain is falling a little harder, and you can definitely see that storm cloud moving over Meadville at this moment. But like Tom said, it is weakening given that the total number of lightning strikes is diminishing within that time lapse. So compared to like maybe 20 minutes ago, it's not a whole lot. Like we went from 120 something down to now 46. So don't expect a whole lot of severe weather to happen for maybe Sagertown, Cambridge Springs, any town within this tan shaded area. Will Fairview, McCain get it? Well, Fairview is not within the special weather statement, so I would guess maybe if Fairview were to get something, it might just be a few drops, not really anything more. McCain, yeah, McCain is not really within that tan shade area either, so, or I think it's just barely in it. Actually, no, I don't think it's in it either, so yeah, if anything, McCain will probably just get some gully washers, non-severe rain, thunderstorms. Yeah, anything that's just non-severe. So I would not expect anything too concerning for McCain or even Fairview. Special weather statement, nothing too severe. Maybe just some gully washers as it moves to the northeast throughout Crawford County and eventually Erie County. It's really just gully washers, so maybe just rain showers that don't produce a whole lot of thunderstorms either. So maybe just a few downpours. Maybe it's just like a brief period of downpours, but nothing too severe. No high winds, no hail. Thankfully, all of that's over. Uh, Got a comment saying that the Conneaut Lake camera is really showing it. Yeah, if we go back to that camera, yeah, it looks like the visibility dropped on the north side. Still getting quite a bit of rain falling over the lake.
All right, that warning will expire.
Dorian just said that the warning expired. Right now, we're just dealing with a special weather statement. So anything within any area within this statement is really just going to get non-severe conditions. So just a chance of downpours, but not really a whole lot of thunderstorms. No high damaging wind gusts, and no hail either. really it's just going to be gully washers, meaning rain showers that don't produce a whole lot of thunderstorms, if any at all. So thankfully, we won't have to expect any severe weather for northern Crawford County or southern Erie County. And with that, I think I'm gonna end the stream. But thank you all for joining, and stay safe out there.
And if there's more, we'll be back. But for now, just like a garden variety thunderstorm with some heavy downpours in Crawford County.
See you, everyone.